I'm Jared Haynes, and this is Yeti Paintball. Today I want to talk to you about the 180R Orbit from H&K and Planet Eclipse. In this video, we're going to go over 5 main topics. So the first one is going to be build quality and overall looks when you're talking about a price tag of around $1,300 for this marker. The second category we're going to talk about is going to be that trigger quality as well as the recoil that you get as you're shooting this marker. Third subject is going to be the overall accuracy of this marker, the way that it comes with the stock barrel. Number 4 is going to be the maintenance. When we're talking about maintenance, we're going to go over a few different things. So ease of getting the bolt out, cleaning the eyes, taking off the front grip, a few of those kind of things, as well as what is the back-end ecosystem that Planet Eclipse has provided on the 180R platform for making sure that you at home can do some of that maintenance and not have to take it into a shop all the time. And finally, the 5th category is just going to be our closing or final thoughts on the marker itself. So let's start this off with build quality and overall looks with that $1,300 price tag. So when you're talking about markers as you get above that probably $500 to $700 price range, some of it's going to be performance with the electronics, the trigger, the efficiency in the bolt. But then like this 180R is a stock 180R, which is about $1,000, and then you add the extra $200 to $300 in price for the HK milling and color combos that they've come up with. So I look at this as an absolute piece of artwork. So let's put this up here close. If you look at this thing, it is an absolute piece of artwork. The milling that they have in here, the numbers up on the top, the H&K logo that's right here, the barrel as it comes down, the color combos that they use, the trigger in here, even the coloring on your ASA on and off. This thing is an absolute beautiful work of art. And then the machining and tolerances, when you're talking about the build quality, are right there as well. Now the build quality is basically whatever you're going to get in a 180R, and then all the machining and coloring and anodizing, that's more the H&K portion of this package. And this is the amped color is what I got it in. They do offer it in other color combos, but I give this a 5-star review, 2 thumbs up. It is absolutely beautiful and really, really well done. The coatings on this are not something where you look and you can see, miscolorations in the anodizing. It is done very top notch. The second topic that I wanted to go over is going to be that trigger feel. So a lot of people use it in 2 different ways. So you can either leave the gun in semi-automatic where you can, just pull it each time, or use that and kind of feather that trigger and get that more machine gun sounding feel to it. Or you can put this on NXL ramping. A lot of people will then be using more one finger, just keep that constant pace, and it's going to be doing that 10 point whatever balls per second. And the trigger is extremely responsive. So when I get on here, or I'll do it from the back side, look at the trigger itself and listen. I'm going to kind of lean down for the mic. Listen to when it clicks, resets, and clicks. Very, very small window for it needing to click and reset. Now there is adjustment screws up here, so you can adjust that yourself, but straight out of the box, it's actually set really well for me. I like the feeling of it. It's got a tiny bit more travel, like you could tighten that up a tiny bit, but then I feel like when you're not, popping out from behind a bunker, you don't want to, with gloves on, accidentally hit that, maybe get that splashback on the barrel or on your goggles in particular. So I leave it with just a little bit more play in there, a little bit more movement so that I don't get those accidental shots. But this thing can be adjusted exactly how you want it. Now for the recoil, I'm going to throw up this video and I want you to listen to the shot and see the gun recoil back. Now what I think you'll have found out of that video is that there's almost no recoil. I was shooting that one-handed so that you could kind of see it just pushing itself back, but I want you to really notice how straight back the recoil was. There's not a lot of muzzle kick up. Now there's not a ton, like I said, on a lot of paintball guns. I mean, it's a paintball gun. It's not like a normal rifle or anything, but There are definitely differences as you spend more money or get certain bolt designs, particularly the bolt designs, on how efficient they are and just the type of motion. The bolts that are going to kick back harder and cause more spring are going to pull that barrel up, and all of that means less chances at getting that shot on target, which that's going to move us into our next category, accuracy. So accuracy is kind of a funny category. I wanted to put it in here because there are quite a few people that emphasize how accurate, is your paintball marker. Anything over the Empire Axe 2.0, $400 or $500 range and up, for the most part, is going to be accurate, because a lot of that depends on the paint. Have you let the paint get, dimpling in it? Has the paint settled in a certain way? What kind of barrel are you shooting? So any of the higher end guns, accuracy is pretty darn good, to be totally honest. There's a lot of other factors that play in, but here's a quick little video of me doing some pop-out shooting drills. I'm a fairly new paintballer, so I definitely am not doing this justice, but these shots are at 20 yards onto the target, and you can kind of take a little bit of a look at what the accuracy looked like for me. Practicing being tucked in behind that bunker. Get that snapshot, and then pop back out and hold them down. But in the hands of a professional, there's a lot of professional teams that use the 180R, and they have way better accuracy than me. So I would say that accuracy is definitely not lacking in this paintball marker. All right, let's talk about the maintenance now. So first off, this has a toolless bolt where you can pull that up and slide your bolt out. I just re-greased it, so it's a little bit suctioned in there, but you got the bolt real easy to take in and out, which is nice for in the quick cleaning. Come back, you blew up a ball in here, you want to clean that or throw some lube on there. The barrel obviously just screws off like any other barrel. You can run a swab through there. It's going to have a quick disconnect front grip that is toolless. And then on the back grip here, you do have tools, but out in the field, I don't see any reason why you would be using this. You do get a little toolkit that's provided from Planet Eclipse in the box. So you do have all the tools to open this up and work on it yourself right there in the case. However, the things that matter, like the battery in front, the bolt being able to be taken out, and the barrel being able to be cleaned, those are all super quick and easy to do. But where they really have a step above a lot of other paintball markers is going to be in Planet Eclipse's ecosystem of videos, essentially, that they have that show you how to work on this gun. So they're going to show you everything you need to know. You can tear this down at home, work on the solenoid, you can fully strip the bolt down, replace any parts that you need, which is another cool part when it comes to maintenance. In the box, they give you every replacement, O-ring and little tools and springs and stuff that you might need, and it really makes you feel comfortable that out in a field situation where you got to come back, hurry up and throw this thing together, you can do that without having to take it into a shop and be, without a gun for a considerable amount of time. Time for our last category, which is going to be those closing thoughts. So the 180R Orbit, I think, is definitely worth the upgrade from the normal 180R if you want one of the fancy color patterns that they have, or that milling that's up here, really stand out. Again, like I said, this is a piece of artwork as well as a paintball marker to me. So I think this is something that's a really cool piece to have sitting out on display like this. If somebody comes over, get the conversation started about paintball. Another thing that I wanted to mention is I've paired this up with the Spire IR2 hopper, and this combination works extremely well. The Spire is able to keep up with this in the NXL ramping, no issue. It's a very light hopper, so it adds to this light combo. And if you see, I've got a 48 tank on here, which really keeps the gun compact and small. So when I'm up here in behind bunkers and stuff, I can pop out, get those shots really nice and easy while keeping everything in and close to my face and compact, so that hopefully I'm not getting any of those bounce shots on me and knocking myself out of the game early. So I hope you liked this review. If you did, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel for more content like this coming out soon. Thank you for watching.